screen there, so let's get that corrected. There we go. My name is David Denman. I'm a Strat fanatic from northern Michigan, and my project currently is replaying the 1964 Philadelphia Phillies. The Phillies famously folded at the end of the 64 season, allowing the Cardinals to get to the series, taking on the Yankees. And the current situation in this replay, we're at game 152 of the season, so well into the season. This is in real life, this is where the Phillies backed up. This is where they began losing games one after another. In the replay, they have just come off an 8-game winning streak that actually put them in the mix. They were out of the mix basically, and then they got back into the mix with that streak, and are currently riding at third place in the National League. The Giants lead this National League. Let me grab some information here. The Giants enter today's date, which is the 22nd of September. They lead the National League with an 86-65 record. Cincinnati is second place with an 85-64 record, or a game behind. The Phillies are in third place with an 85-66 record. The Cardinals are at 77-71. Let me explain a little bit here. Use the butterfly effect as far as the team's records. So the only effect on the team's record is how they performed against the replay team. In this case, the Phillies took the Cardinals to task. They won, I don't remember, but I'll have that information here shortly. But they far surpassed what they had done in real life. The difference was that they did not with the San Francisco Giants. In virtue of those additional wins that they got in the replay, the Giants leapfrogged into first place. So we are late September, Straterday baseball here in northern Michigan. Beautiful day outside. Just finished the gardening and the projects, and going to do a replay of the 1964 Phillies. So first of all, let's get some answers to some questions. And while we're doing so, we'll go over the starting lineups. The visiting team, the Cincinnati Reds, on the mound for them is Jim O'Toole, left-hander. The Phillies have seen a number of left-handers in this string recently, which they actually have more power against the right hand. Callison, or left-handers. Callison is a good hitter against left-handers. You've got Alex Johnson. You've got Richie Allen, his rookie season. He ate up left-handers that year. Tony Taylor of the Phillies, good against the left-handers. But their record until recently had been a little muddled because they just couldn't get her done. But they're turning around. And today's contest decides who's in second place of the National League. Two quality left-handers going, as I said. The starter for the visiting Cincinnati Reds is Jim O'Toole. Leading off and playing second base, Pete Rose. Batting second and playing third base, Chico Ruiz. Batting third, playing center field, Veda Pinson. Batting fourth, cleanup, and playing right field today is Frank Robinson. Batting fifth, playing first base, is Darren Johnson. Batting sixth and doing left field duty today is Terry Harper. Batting seventh and catching is Johnny Edwards, solid left-hander, both sides of the plate. Good catcher. 2 rating as far as his catching. 6 is his E rating, and 0 is his throwing rating. So solid catcher behind the plate for the Reds. Leo Cardenas is the shortstop. He bats 8th. He is a 2 at shortstop as well, a 38 as far as the E rating. And then, as I said, Jim O'Toole is batting 9th and pitching. The hometown Phillies will bat leading off and playing center field, Cookie Rojas. Batting second and playing second base, Tony Taylor. Batting third and playing right field, Jim Callison. Batting fourth, cleanup, and playing third base is Richie Allen. Batting fifth is the newly acquired Vic Power. He's playing first base today, batting fifth. Batting sixth is Alex Johnson playing left field. Batting seventh, playing shortstop, is Ruben Amaro. And then catching for the Phillies is Gus Triandos. Gus is second, well, he's the right-handed, they're in a left-hand, right-hand platoon. He is a 3 at the catcher, 10 with his E rating, and he has a +1 for throwing. So teams against, like the Cardinals, some of the Phillies, that they're going to eat them up. We'll see how that goes. And as I said, it's Chris Short making the start for the Phillies. So bear with me here. I'm going to cue up the anthem right after this ad ends. And take your hats off. Stand for the national anthem. Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming when the rockets spread glare, the bombs bursting in. They proved through the night that our flag was still there, so big that star-spangled banner yet waved for the land of the free and the home of the brave. Thank you. As you can see in the reflection there, I'm rocking the red and blue of the Phillies later seasons. I'm hoping to pull through a victory today. The game has some additional import as well, in that Chris Short is going for his 20th. So a little more on the line than just the title. Let's see if we can correct history here and see how these Phillies perform. I use 7 pixels as a dice roller, an electronic dice roller. It does everything that I need. One thing I've done with this replay is that I've created dice colors that match the uniform of the players for each team, be they home or away. Today the Phillies will be rocking the red and white home jersey. The visiting Reds have kind of a pale red, almost pink, and gray for their home or visiting uniforms in '64. While we're looking at that, we're going to take a look and see just how. See, Short has started 2 games. He's been in 3 games with the Reds. He's started 2. His record is 1-0. His ERA is 1.89 over that period of time. He struck out 14 and 19 innings pitched. The team as a whole is batting just .230 against the Reds, and that kind of explains their record. They lost yesterday's tilt, which I'll give you a brief synopsis of what went on there. Started with Art Mahaffey for the Phils. He started out rough, single walk, error by Allen, loaded the bases. Robinson hit into a double play, Rose coming home on it, and then a strikeout of Johnson ended the frame. So just a single run scored in the first for the Reds. In the second inning, single walk, single by Edwards, a walk to Matt Keogh. Cardenas hit into a fielder's choice, runners at first and third. That's when Mahaffey uncorked a wild pitch. Ground ball to third with the infield in, with Cardenas at third. Then a single by Rose. Cardenas to second base. Cardenas trying to score from second base on Rose's single was out at the plate, thrown out at the plate by Covington, who's a +2, and so literally the Roles at 19, he was safe 1 through 18. So the Phillies dodged a run there in the third. Again, this time with 2 out, a walk and a single, another single, plates a run, a double then by Akio, brings in a run, but the runner is thrown out at home again. In this case, it was Pavlitek, or John Edwards, excuse me, who his safe rating is 1 through 14 with all the throwing arm considered, 2 outs, additional +2, and he was nailed at the plate by Tony Gonzalez. So the 2 runners out at the plate. That also repeated itself in the 7th inning when against reliever Bobby Locke, a single, fielder's choice, another single, put runners at first and third, a fly ball by Robinson to center field. Gonzalez, his 2nd assist of the day, nailed Ruiz at the plate. Again, that was like a 1 to 18 chance to be home, and a 19 was rolled. So could have been much worse, but the Reds plated 4. The Phillies woke up in the 7th inning. They had been no hit through 6. Covington led off the 7th with a home run. That was on the pitcher's card, no doubt about it. And they got 2 men on in the 8th, but failed to score with 1 out. In the 9th, pinch hitter Power popped to the catcher. Pinch hitter Cater tripled. So runner on third. Phillips came in to run, Adolfo Phillips. Tony Taylor then hits a sac fly to left. So the score is now 4-2. Triandos came on, pinch hitting for Amaro, and homered. Blasted one into the left center field seats, making it 4-3 Reds. At this time, the reliever, I think his name is Bob Henry. Let me double check that. Bill Henry. As you can see by this, the guy was a beast. .87 ERA, 6 saves, 52 innings pitched, 31 innings or hits allowed, struck out 28. So he was an animal. And the Phillies got to him, scoring 2 in the 9th. So 2 out, nobody on. The batter then is Wine. He's the last reserve that's on the bench. And Bobby hit a fly ball to center field. It was actually a ballpark single, potentially. But it was on the cusp of the Phillies. Let's see, a right-hander is 1-3. So the 4 was a split. So just like that, the inning was over and that game was over. So Reds win. They had gone into the game. They, meaning the Phillies, had gone into the game tied with the Reds. Now 1 game back. So enough of that. Let's take a look at the how the results come out for this baseball game. Make sure I got nothing going on here. Leadoff batter for the Cincinnati Reds, Pete Rose, number 14. Playing second base today. Dice roll will come up as the Phillies. I'll have to switch that here. So we're going with Cincinnati away. There we go. Cincy away. And we're underway. 2-6 is a roll, which is a sharp single to, in this case, right center field by Rose. He has led off the game with a base hit off Chris Short. Chico Ruiz is the next batter. He has a hit and run of C, bunting of A. Pete can't run well, but we're going to swing away. Early in the game, Ruiz, switch hitter, he's batting right-handed against the left-hander Short. 3-4 is the result, which is a pop to shortstop. Hits it up in the air. Amaro camps under it, makes the catch. 1 down. Veda Pinson, lefty versus lefty. Decent hitter against lefties. 4-9 is the roll, which is a strikeout swinging on the pitcher's card. So Short threw that slider down and away. Veda couldn't come up with it, and there were 2 down. Frank Robinson. Frank is a beast in that 1 column. Stay clear of the 1 column, Chris. The roll is a 6-3, which is the fly ball left field X. Left fielder is a 4 out there today. That is Johnson. 2 is the split, so that's going to be trouble for the Phillies. Yep, that comes up as a double 2 stars. So homegrown rule, you've got a 2-star double to left field on a bloop. Rose will take third, of course. Now Pete's running is a 1 to 15, 1 to 15. Add 2 because there are 2 out. So he's 1 to 17. And in this case, though it's a 2-star double, I have added a homegrown rule that if you've got a decent runner, in this case, someone that in their aggregate total of the what's affecting them comes up 15 or lower or higher, that they score on that 2-star double. So in this case, Pete will come around and score because the left fielder's a +2. He's +2. He's actually a +1 to 19 chance to score. So adds a little more realism to it, I believe. The quality base running pays off. So Robinson's bloop double to left that Covington could not catch results in a run for the Phillies. There's a runner on second base in scoring position now. That's Robinson. He's a 1 to 16. So young Frank Robinson, he could wheel. Darren Johnson, the batter. Stay away from the 3 column in this case. 3 it is. 3-5, which is a home run. He tees off against Chris Short and blasts one into the right center field bleachers, way back there. Also, to add different or more realism, I don't necessarily care that most of the hits go to center field. So, if you're a right-handed batter, a 1 or a 2 puts it into left field. If it's a 3, you've hit it the opposite way. So, left-hander, it's going to the left field. If you're a right-hander, it's going to right field. The 4, 5, and 6 on the pitcher's card are 4 is left center, center fielder takes the play. 5 is dead center, center fielder takes the play. And 6 also to the center fielder. So if it's on the pitcher's card, it's going to center field. If it's on the hitter's card, it's going toward his handedness. So just like that, the Cincinnati Reds are up 3-0 against the Phillies. A big home run by Johnson. Possibly could have walked him, but it's the first inning. Let's see. Terry Harper coming to the plate. 6-7 is a strikeout swinging, and that will end the inning. But they get 3 big runs, 3 runs on 3 hits. They didn't leave anybody on because everybody scored. And we've got 1/2 of an inning in the books, and the Reds lead 3-0. Going into this game, the Phillies are 6-8 against the Reds. Now we go to the home half of the first. Phillies home. Leadoff batter is Rojas, Cookie Rojas, right-handed batter, left-handed pitcher. O'Toole kicks and deals. 1-7 is the result. In the 1 column is where you want to be, but we got a field goal. Grounder to third. Ruiz up with it, across the diamond to Johnson, and there's 1 out. Tony Taylor, the batter, later to be Tony the Tiger. I'm a Tiger fan, so I remember Tony coming up with the Tigers in the 70s. 1-3 is the result, which is a walk to Taylor. So Taylor works him for a walk. He's a B-stealer. Toole's hold is 0, and the throwing for Johnson is 0, but they're also 3 runs behind, so Callison's going to take a whack at it here. 1-6 would be a good roll. 3-6 is what we get, though, which is a hop back to the pitcher. O'Toole's got it. He fires to second base, throws a little high. There's no return throw to first, and Callison is safe at first. So force it with Taylor at second. O'Toole's throw, not on the mark, but we get 2 down. Callison is now at first, and Richie Allen is the batter. Allen has been tearing it up of late. He's been part of the resurgent for these Phillies. 1-7, which is a double to left field. So picture in your mind's eye, if it names the field, it's a grounder. So this is a ball that went between Ruiz and third base into left field. The left fielder today is Harper. He's a +1. Callison is a 1 to 15 runner. So I'll show you that. There you go. 1 to 15 runner. +2 because there are 2 outs. +1. So he goes 1 to 18 safe. And he's safe he is. 4 is the result. So the throw cut off by the shortstop. Allen's double plates Callison, and the score is now 3-1. Vic Power will bat. Power is struggling with the having had joined the Phillies. He's been a defensive replacement, but since joining the Phillies, where are you? Where are you, Vic? There he is. Oh yeah, we got some players that are added today too. Dallas Green is called up today, as well as Colton Shockley, another first baseman. So Vic's hitting 200. He's 4 for 20, all singles, no RBIs, no runs scored. So he's been a defensive guy, but not a power or offensive guy. Let's see if we can change that today. O'Toole, left-hander, working from the stretch. Got Allen at second base. Allen, decent lead at second. And the throw is a foul ball back in the stands. A man from Paw Paw, Michigan takes that one home. A little homage to Ernie Harwell there. 5-9 is the result. Bounce to short. Shortstop is a 3. 8 is the split. That's going to go to his E rating. Cardenas is a 38. This could be good for the Phillies. Let's see what ends up here. 10. So it's higher up into the numbering. He might be out, and he is. Cardenas handles that wicked grounder. Bobbles it, but he recovers over to first, and the side retires. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors. There was a man left. Outs were recorded at first base, 2 of them. 1 at shortstop, assists at the pitcher, the third baseman, and the shortstop. Since beginning season replays, that's typically what I do. This is my 16th season replay, Strat-O-Matic Baseball. I keep track of the defensive stats as well, and it's amazing how accurate those are, in addition to the batting averages and ERAs for the players in Strat-O-Matic Baseball. It's really exciting to me how accurate they are. It's just how you assemble them, or how they are assembled as you play them, that end up with the, that's why we play the game, right? So Cincy's away, we go to the top of the second, 3-1 Cincinnati. Johnny Edwards, the left-handed catcher, is in the bat. 6-5 is the result, which is a fly ball to right field, fairly deep. Back goes Callison, he's now got it. Camps catches, and there's 1 down. Leo Cardenas, the batter. Middle of the card is an issue with Cardenas. 3-4 is the result. That's a ground ball to third, a little wide to third. Allen's got it over to Power, and they're 2 down. Batter will be Jim O'Toole. He's a switch hitter, so he's batting right-handed against the left-handed short. He's a 1 WS, so no home run power. 1-8, he strikes him out on 3 pitches. Dusts him up and dusts him off. So 1, 2, 3 inning for short. We go to a home half of the second, and we've got a 3-1 ball game. Batting for the Phillies will be Alex Johnson, Ruben Amaro, and Gus Triandos. O'Toole on the mound, finished up his warm-up pitches. Phillies at home. 2 columns where you want to be, but not 3 column. A strikeout swinging for Johnson. O'Toole blows 1 by him. 1 down. Ruben Amaro, 3 column hitter. 6-7 is the result, which is another homegrown rule. 6-7 is a point of weakness strikeout on the advanced side. Those point of weakness strikeouts I call strikeouts looking. So he stood there like a house beside the road, as Ernie would say, and watched that one go by. Called strike 3 on Amaro. 2 up, 2 down, both on strikeouts for O'Toole. Triandos, whose homer in the 9th yesterday, made things interesting. He's homered off Bill Henry. Gus Triandos, second column hitter. 4-8 is the result, which is a strikeout swinging on the O'Toole card. He strikes out the side. 3 up and 3 down. All on strikeouts. We go to the top of the third. We got a 3-1 ball game. As said, Short is going for his 20th win today. O'Toole was quite good against the replay Phillies. Let's see if we can find what his record was here. We'll look for O'Toole. All right. Results are a win back on April 28th against the Reds. Final score is 7-5. Then it's not advancing here, so bear with me. Next game was a loss on July 10th, 5-4. Baldwin got the win. Roebuck got the save. Next outing was second game of a doubleheader, July 19th. O'Toole won a 1-0 ball game against John Boozer. The lone run came in the third when there was 2 outs. Johnson doubled Holden Pinson. So 1-0 ball game. O'Toole shutting out the Phillies. So he was 2-1 against the Phillies in 1964 replay. Let's see how he fares here with his 4th start against these Phillies. Pete Rose leading things off. Pete singled and scored in the first. 5-4 is the result, which against the right-hander is a grounder to third. 3 is the split. 4 is the rating. That's a single past a lumbering, lunging Allen. Base hit in the left field. Pete's on. Ruiz is the batter. Popped to short his first time up. He also a switch hitter, batting right-handed against the left-hander short. 1-7 is a strikeout swinging. So short blew one past Ruiz. Pinson now the batter. He struck out the first time up. The damage in the first game with 2 out. 1-7, which is a lazy fly ball to center field. Center fielder Rojas gauges it, makes the catch. No advance by Pete. He returns to first. 2 out, man on first. Frank Robinson, the batter. Stay away from that one column. Frank doubled the first time up. Plate rose on a bloop fly. 6-10, which is a bounce to short. 2 is the split, but 1 is Amaro's rating. So picture in your mind's eye, that's a shot that's going up the middle. Amaro dives, grabs it, flips it to Taylor, covering at second base, and the inning is over. So a dive up the middle. They got a man on, but no advance in the score. 8 assists at 6. I'll show you what I got going on here real quick while we wait for the bottom of the third. Short to get his bat and get ready to hit the ball. What I do on the replays, or on my score sheet, is I have this column. So it keeps track of the assists and outs as they occur. It's 2-sided, so the other team is on the other side. And then when it comes time to do the tallies, we just, we got everybody's, what they did. So, Short is the batter, leading off the bottom of the third. We got a 3-1 ball game since he's up 3-1. I've had a run of these one-hitting pitchers getting walks on a 2-10 roll. Let's see if we can get one today. 1-7, no such luck. 4th strikeout in a row as O'Toole disposes of Short. 1 down. Cookie Rojas, the batter, bounced the third the first time up. 4-3 is the result, which is a ground ball to shortstop B. Cardenas handles that with ease. Across to Johnson. 2 up, 2 down. Tony Taylor, the batter. They walked in the first. 6-4 is the result, which is a ground ball, third base X. Third baseman is Ruiz. He's a 3. 16 is the roll, which gives him a ground ball A. So Ruiz got that one on the short hop. Had plenty of time to get Taylor at first. 3 up and 3 down. The Phillies go in the third. O'Toole is rolling. That's now 7 consecutive retired, 4 of them by strikeout. He is getting in the groove, much to the chagrin of the hometown Phillies fans. In reality, this game was attended by, let's see how that game went. In attendance, 21,232 at Connie Mack Stadium that day. It was, not necessarily a game of import. It became more important as the season wore on, of course, because it was the second game of the slide for the Phillies. Visiting Reds send to the plate Darren Johnson. 1-6 is the throw, which is a fly ball, center field B, question mark, which it's not a deep one. Rojas hauls it in, one down. Tommy Harper, the batter. Right-handed hitter against the left-hander short. 6-10 is the result. Ground ball to shortstop. 12 is the split, which puts it on his E rating, which is 24. 10 is the roll. That's an out every day. Let's double check it. Of course it is. So Amaro over to Johnson. 2 up and 2 down. Johnny Edwards, left-hander versus left-hander. 4-7 is the result. So it's a single, 1 through 17. The split is stuck. Let's see if we can unstick it here. That is a base hit past first baseman Power. Line shot by Edwards into right. And Johnny's safe at first. Leo Cardenas, man on, 2 out. Right-handed swinging shortstop. 5-5 is the result, which is a called strike 3. And that will end the inning. Cardenas is out on strikes. Second called strike. That's important. Well, it has some import in that to also add more realism. If the called strikes reach 3, an argument ensues at the third batter. Third batter argues the call. If it's a 1 on the split, the batter is tossed. If it's a 2 on the split, the manager is ejected. 3 on the split, the coach is ejected. So adds a little realism to the play of the game. Bottom of the 4th we go. We got a 3-1 ball game. Cincy's up. 2-run homer by Johnson, the big blow in the first. Callison, Allen, and Power. 3, 4, and 5 for the hometown Phillies at bat. Left-hander versus left-hander for Callison. He's a 1-column hitter. 3-6, which is a bounce back to the pitcher. That's what he did the first time. 2 taps back to the pitcher by Callison. Soft contact. Richie Allen, the batter, he doubled and knocked in a run back in the first. 1-7, which is again that double left field. So he pulls the ball past Ruiz once again into left field. Left fielder Harper retrieves it. Allen cruises into second base, standing up with a stand-up double. Hence standing up when he gets there. So Allen at second with a 1 out. Vic Power, the batter. Need some offense from this gentleman. Let's see if we can get it today. 4, get it later in the 4s. Nope, 4-4, which is a center field X. Center fielder is Pinson. He's a 2. He's an 11 as far as E rating. 9 is the split, so it does go to his E rating. Another hometown rule. If it's the E rating for the player is 10 and lower, the result is actually a single, then an error. So he bobbles the ball in center field. He doesn't just drop a fly ball. If it's above 10, then yeah, he whiffed on a fly. And that potentially is the case here. Let's see if Veda can pull this down. The 4, not good for Veda. If you're an 11 and that's a 4, that is a 2-base error. And that will result in a run for the Phillies. Veda drops the ball. E8, and Allen will come around to score. So the score is now 3-2 Cincy. Runner on second base is Power. He is a 1-12, I believe. Yep, 1-12 runner. Alex Johnson, the batter. We've got Amaro coming up next. Triandos in the hole. The kid is hitting pretty good. So an intentional walk is issued to Johnson. Puts runners at first and second. Amaro is now the batter. Double play depth for the infield. 1 down, 2 runners on. O'Toole working from the stretch, taking his time out there. Kicks and deals. 6 8, which is a single 1 through 6. It is a 7 on the split. So picture in your mind's eye a line shot that's headed to left field, and Ruiz leaps and makes the catch as high as he could go to pull that ball down. That could have been 2 bases down in the corner, but Ruiz makes the catch. Thrilling catch. Home team crowd groans. The Reds dodge a bullet. Now there are 2 out. Triandos is the batter. 2 on. Something in the late 2 column would be great here. Let's see what we get. 2-4, which is a bounce to second base C. So that is a chop to second base. Second baseman Rose gets it, flips it, and the side retires. There was 1 run, 1 hit. There was an error, and there were 2 men left on base. 4 complete in the books. We got a 3-2 ball game. Assistant 1, assistant 4. I don't know if you can hear that, but we're doing some gardening today, and I have the sprinklers going, so sounds like, kind of like the roar of the crowd, a little hush roar of the crowd in the background. Yeah, that's it. Tools the batter. He's a 1 WS, batting right-handed against the left-hander. Oh, did I not flip him? I did not flip him. So we're already where we need to be. Top of the 5th. 2-12, which is a bounce to short. O'Toole got some wood on it. Morrow takes care of him. 1 down. Pete Rose the batter. Pete is 2 for 2. Couple of singles. Laid back, bat over his shoulder. Charlie Hustle swings and hits a rare pop-up. He bashes the bat to the ground in disgust. It was a pitch he should have hit. Amaro puts that one away. 2 up, 2 down. Chico Ruiz, the defensive hero, in the bottom of the 4th, now at the plate. 4-3, which is a ballpark single to right field, but the 15 is the split. Yeah, got to be under 7. No, actually under 3 to get one in Philly. So that actually turns into a fly ball to right. C, ballpark 3rd out minus, because it would have been a hit. I keep track of those two to see just what the results were. So when I look back at the score, I can recall what went on. So 1-2-3 inning for the short of the Phillies. The Phillies go quietly. We go to the bottom of the 5th. We got a 3-2 ball game. O'Toole coming out to face short. He'll have Short, Rojas, and then Taylor are due up. This time I will change these because, got talking and forgot about it. Hometown Phillies at the plate. 1-4 the result. That's a strikeout swinging. 1 down. No DHs. Cookie Rojas, as it should be. 1-3, which is a walk. Cookie draws a walk. Leadoff batter's on. Well, the leadoff batter, but 1 out. Now the batter on. Tony Taylor, the batter. Something in that 1 column other than a 1-6 would be grand. He's got no power over there. He's a W hitter off the left-handers. 4-3 is the result, which is the bounce to short. B. So the shortstop Cardenas gets the ground ball in the hole. He fires it to Rose at second base. The relay to first is not in time. Taylor beats it. And we've got a runner on first now. 2 out. Callison at the plate. And we got a B stealer. I am aggressive on the bases. I got to have a 1-13 to get him to second base. Let's see what happens. 10 is the roll. He has stolen second base. Taylor has stolen second base. O'Toole, a couple throws over, but didn't challenge him enough. Callison up. We've had a lot of weak contact so far. Let's see if we can get a hit now out of Callison. 1 column would be good. It's a 5-8, which is a pop to second base. Left-hander versus left-hander. He pops it up. Pete waves everybody off, makes the catch, and that retires the side. I got a man on, got him to second base, but no RBI forthcoming. 5 complete in the books. We got a 3-2 ball game. Reds 2, 3, or 3, 4, and 5 hitters are now due up. Everybody take a little break, drink a little beverage. We'll see if we can continue the role for Chris Short here. Short has retired just 4 in a row now. Cincy away. Lefty versus lefty. 6-7 is the result, which is a fly to center field. It's a B, so it's deep enough to score a runner from third. Rojas Camps catches 1 down. Frank Robinson, the batter. Frank is 1 for 2. Double RBI and a run scored in the first. 4-11 is the result, which is a bounce to Allen at third. Richie's got it on a long hop this time. Across the diamond and gets Robinson by a step. 2 up, 2 down. Darren Johnson. He's the hitting hero for the Cincinnati Reds at this time. 2-run homer in the first. 5-11, which is another bounce to third. This one's a little wide for Richie. He's got to move around and he's going toward the shortstop. Plants and throws. Gets Johnson. Not much of a runner at first. 2 more assists for Richie. Oh yeah, we had an error in there, didn't we? No, we didn't. That was a base hit. That's right. We got the X rating, but it was actually a single. So, bottom of the 6th we go. We got a 3-2 ball game. Since he's leading 3-2, they scored 3 in the first. Phillies responded with a run in the bottom of the first. Richie Allen doubled home Callison. And then they got a second run in the fourth, an unearned run, when Power's fly was dropped by Pinson out in center field. Richie's leading things off here in the bottom of the 6th. Richie is 2 for 2, a couple of doubles down the left field line. Let's see if he can keep this hot bat going, keep these Phillies in the game until the rest of the bats wake up. He has both hits thus far. 5-5 against the right-hander. It's a called strike 3. That is 1, 2, just 2 called strikes against the Phillies. So no argument there. Richie understood it. Back to the bench he goes. Powers the batter. We could use a little power from Powers right here. 1-7. He hits a hot shot to shortstop. Cardenas steps in front of it, fires across the diamond, gets Power with plenty to spare. 2 up, 2 down. Alex Johnson, the batter. Give me a 2 for the white dice. Nope, it's a 1. 1-6, which is a sharp single to left field. Again, 1 being left field, 2 being left center field, 3 being right field. So Alex Johnson is on with a 2-out base hit. Ruben Amaro, the batter. He is 0 for 2. Lined out to third with runners in scoring position last time up. He's looking for a little retribution, try to get something past Ruiz here. Let's see what happens. 4-9 is the roll, which is a 1-1, double the rest of the way. It's a 13 on the split, so he has bashed a double to left center field. Center fielder Pinson is handling the ball. Johnson is a 1-14 runner, becomes 116 because of the 2 outs. Goes back to 114 because Pinson's a -2. He's going to try for the plate, looking for the tying run to score. 6 is the split. And we have a tie ball game. A 2-out RBI double to left center by Amaro. Plates Johnson, and we've got a 3-3 ball game, a brand new ball game. Since your pen is, let's see, O'Toole's an 8. They're both 8 starters, so they go late in the game. Since your bullpen is stirring a little bit, let's see who they're getting up out there. It looks like it's Ellis and Henry. Henry was in yesterday's ball game. Ellis, he was rested yesterday's ball game. He'd been in the previous 2. So he is up and throwing today, right now, in the pen. Just, getting on the mound right now. Catcher's finding his stuff. Gus Triandos, the batter. Runner at second base is Amaro. He is a 1-14 runner too, I believe. Nope, 113. Arms in outfield for the Reds. +1 in left for Harper. -2 in center for Pinson. And a 0 for Robinson in right field. Triandos from the stretch. Amaro Left-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. 4-4 is the result, which is the fly ball center field X. 6 is the roll, which is on a 2 is a fly ball B. So Pinson puts that one away safely. No bobble or drop this time. Sure-handed. And they get a run. Run on 2 hits. They leave a man. We are 6 complete now with the score. A brand new ball game. Tied at 3. Take a little break here. Bear with me here. Queuing up a little something for the bottom of the 7th here. Sorry about the commercial. Top of the 7th we go. Short on the mound. He's looking for win number 20. O'Toole's trying to keep his team in 2nd place. A win would drop both teams into a tie once again. The Phillies are a game behind in the loss column, however. They have one more loss than the Reds at this time. The Reds send to the plate Harper, Edwards, and Cardenas. 6, 7, and 8 for this inning. Right-handed batter Harper. 5-9 is the roll, which is a strikeout swinging. 1 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strikeout for Short. He's given up 5 hits and 3 runs. 1 home run. Edwards, the batter, he's 1 for 2. Singled last time up with 2 out in the 4th. 6-4 is the result, which is a fly ball center field X. 1 is the split. 4 is the rating for Rojas, so this is not good for the Phillies. Rojas comes in, the ball goes over his head, he has to go retrieve it, and Edwards, who's not a speedster, ends up at 3rd base on a bloop triple to center field. Turnabout of events here. So the go ahead run is at 3rd base now. The batter is Cardenas. Cardenas is a B bunter. Always consider this squeeze. The Phillies elect to go with the infield in. And the running rating of Edwards 1 to 11. That's right on the bubble. I'm going to put him as a no-go as far as a grounder. So if the grounder is a ground ball to an infielder, other than 3rd and 1st. So a B ground ball to shortstop. He doesn't run. He is not out at the plate, but he doesn't score either on an A ground ball. Cardenas is the batter. Short. Looking for a strikeout here now. No. That resulted in a hit. We don't have to look for a wild pitch. Cardenas is the batter. Right-hander versus left-hander. Game on the line. 5-7 is the result, which is a called strike 3, a big strikeout for Short. That is 1, 2. That is just the 2nd called strike against the Reds too. So no argument from Cardenas. Back to the dugout he goes, and now we have to make a decision. Do we take O'Toole out for a pinch hitter, 2 out, runner on 3rd? The answer is yes. So O'Toole's day is done. He had 2 at-bats. He struck out once, over 2. In the field, he had a couple of assists. The Cincy bullpen is so deep, we're going to put him into action here. So, with Short on the mound. What's going on here? Yeah. Okay. We are going to bring up do that because he's the spare catcher. Steve Burrows is going to be the batter. Burrows is eating up these Phillies in this replay. So Burrows is going to get an opportunity to do that once again here in the top of the seventh, game 152. First or second place, potentially first place, depending on what the Giants do today, on the line. So Steve Burrows is the pinch hitter. 2 out, man on third, short the pitcher, working from full windup with a runner on third. Down the line goes Edwards, down the line goes Edwards. 6-8 is the result, which is a fly ball to right field B. But with 3 out or 2 out, it really doesn't matter. Long fly, would have scored him if he'd gotten a hit earlier. We elected to keep Edwards in the game as well because, you know, Havlicek is okay, but he's not Johnny Edwards. So short pitches out of a jam caused by his center fielder's fielding ability. And we go to the bottom of the seventh, tied at 3. Short is the leadoff batter. Since he's batting lead off, we're going to leave him in the game. Sammy Ellis is going to be the reliever. Ellis is coming on in relief of O'Toole. While that is going on, join me in a rendition led by the late Harry Carey of Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
This is the last time this year, so let me hear you. Good and loud on Gary. On 1, on 2, on 3. Hey!
Me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crown. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back, for it's root for the Cubbies. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Love you, Harry. All right, bottom of the seventh. Pitcher's short remaining in the game. He is going to bat. Got Short, Rojas, and then Taylor due up for the hometown Phillies. Short is a 1WL, so left-handed hitting. Well, it came close. 2-9 was the result, which is a bounce down to first. Johnson's got it. He steps on the bag. There's 1 down. 1 up, 1 down, bottom of the seventh. Cookie Rojas, the batter. Sammy Ellis, right-hander on the mound against the right-hander. We got a stacked dice, so that's a foul ball. Right-hander versus right-hander. 4-5 is the result, which is a strikeout swinging for Rojas. Rojas is 0 for 3 with a walk at this point. Tony Taylor, the batter. Better against lefties, but you can get a right hit against a righty, can't you? 4-8 is the result, which is a strikeout swinging. Ellis comes in hot, gets 3 quick outs, 2 on strikeouts. We've got 7 complete in the books, and we're tied at 3. Exciting ball game here in game 152. To the top of the 8th we go, and to the top of the order we go. Pete Rose, Chico Ruiz, and then Veda Pinson due up for the Reds. Pete's 2 for 3 with a run scored. Let's see what happens here in the top of the 8th. 4-5 is the result, which is not good if you're... it really is not good. Holy smokes. So, left-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. Pete's a switch hitter. 4-5 is an N home run, 1 through 2. The split is a 2 on 4-5. Pete hits the foul pole. If it's on the cusp of the home run, I say he hit the foul pole. So Pete hits the foul pole in left field for a home run. Rose, Charlie Hustle, clutch hitter, bangs one off the left field foul pole for a home run to put his Reds up 4-3. Whew, Picture that in your mind's eye. There's silence now in Connie Mack Stadium after that. Chico Ruiz, the batter. Bullpen's getting up for the Phillies. Base hit to right field for Ruiz. He grounds one between Power and Taylor into right field. Left-handed pitcher Pinson is up. We don't get an out here, or even if we do get an out, I believe we're going to have a reliever coming in. Pinson. Left-hander versus left-hander. 5-7, which is a called strike 3. That is the third called strike 3. So Pinson is not happy with the call, and he is letting the home plate umpire, who in this case was on that day, home plate umpire Mel Steiner. Roll the ball, roll the split. 2 is the call. So Gene Mock gets out there to protect his player. Or no, not Gene Mock. Who's managing the Reds? Who's managing those Reds? Cincinnati Red's manager in 64. That is Fred Hutchinson. Fred gets tossed. So Hutchinson is ejected. Arguing strikes. Getting a little salty here at Connie Mack Stadium. Manager ejected. Veda's still out. He's still mad, but he's still out. Robinson coming up, and we're going to the bullpen. Going out. Mock's going to go out and get the ball from short. And I believe that we have at our disposal now, let me double check here, Baldwin, Stevens, Locke in the last game. Yeah, big 2 games rest for the stud out of the bullpen for the Phillies in the replay, which is Ed Roebuck. It's supposed to be Jack Baldwin, but let me tell you a little story about Jack Baldwin here in the replay. Jack Baldwin, who's supposed to be the horse out of the bullpen for the Phillies. He is currently 6-6, so he's been in 47 games, won 6, lost 6, saved 6. He's pitched 55 innings, and his ERA is cruising at 5.17. He has been throwing gas on the fires instead of water. Roebuck, on the other hand, has been the beast. He has been in 58 games. His record is 4-4 with 17 saves. ERA is 2.41. So, vast difference between the two. Short comes out. We'll do the line first for O'Toole because we've got Ellis in for relief. O'Toole went 6 innings, gave up 4 hits, 3 runs. 2 of those were earned. Walked 2, 1 intentionally. Struck out 6 and faced 26 batters. Did not allow a home run. Now we're going to do the book on Short as we put Roebuck into the book. Short has gone 7 1/3. He is allowed 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits, 2 home runs, 1 by Rose, 1 by Johnson. He had walked. I don't know that he had any walks. He did not. No walks. Struck out 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Didn't hit a guy, didn't wild pitch a guy, didn't get benefit from a double play. He faced 30 batters to get those 22 outs. So 8 is the delta. That's the number of hits. There's no errors that allowed runners on base. So we are good. Book is good. 2 are out. Runner on first is Ruiz. Frank Robinson is the batter. Roebuck has come out in relief. Double play depthly infield, looking to get 2 for the price of 1. 5-6, fly ball to right field B. So a deep fly to right. Callison's backing up. He makes the catch. Ruiz halfway to second base, retreats to first. There are 2 down. Baron Johnson is the batter. Johnson not as good against righties as lefties, but still, he'll do all right. A lot of clutch hitting deficits for him here. 3-7, 3-8. So the roll is 2-7, which makes it a fly ball center field. A soft fly ball to center. Center fielder Rojas puts that away, and the inning is over. But the Reds get a big run on a home run by Pete Rose. 1 run on 2 hits. They left a man. And we go to the bottom of the 8th with the Reds leading 4-3. We have Ellis on the mound for the Reds. He had a 1-2-3 inning in relief, 2 strikeouts, and now Callison, Allen, and Power. If you're going to get a run from the Phillies, you better get it now. These are the 3, 4, and 5 hitters for the Philadelphia Phillies. Hometown Phillies. Hometown team's going charge. Let's see what happens. 6-6, which is a single 1 through 17. The split's a 10. So Callison leads off the bottom of the 8th with a sharp single past. Who did he hit it past? Second base. So Rose couldn't come up with that one. Hard liner to left. 1 on, nobody out. Richie Allen is the batter. He is as likely to strike out as hit a homer. Let's see what happens here. Ellis working from the stretch, checking his man. He's a -1, so he throws over. Callison trying to keep him close. Keep the double play in attack. Allen waiting at the plate. 1-5 is the result, which is your Philly fan. That's a big one. 1-5 is the roll, which is a home run 1 through 3. The split is a 2, so Allen has powered one over the left field fence, first row. But 2 runs will score on the homer by Allen. That is his. Oh, you know, over in the other game. Let's see how many he's got in the replay here. Richie Allen has. That is number 32 for him on the year. He had entered the series with the Reds with 103 RBIs. He adds 2 more here with a short home run to left. Excuse me. He was in the first row. And that puts the Phillies up 5-4 here in the 8th. Ellis kicking the mound now. Bullpen's up. Vic Power, the batter. Power's going to remain in the game for his defensive prowess. 211, which is the ballpark single to center, potentially. 1-6. No, you got to have 1-3. So that's a fly to center. Caught at the shoestrings by Pinson. That's a ballpark minus because that should have been a single. See? Should have been. And there is 1 out. Alex Johnson, the batter. Johnson is not going to bat. The rook is coming out. And into bat will be the beast, Wes Covington. Covington announced to bat for the Phils. Day is over for Johnson. Johnson was 1 for 2. Scored a run. Hit a single. He was also the intentional walk guy. He has made no catches in left field. Covington's coming on to pinch hit, and that's going to end the day for Sammy Ellis. Ellis is coming out of the game. Go with Nuxall. Boy. Let's see. Henry was available. This would make him unavailable for the next game. You got to run different. So Bill Henry is coming in relief. There's Henry up, not Nuxall in the bullpen. Sorry for that error. So Bill Henry will come on once again. He was in yesterday's game. Got the save. Though he gave up 2 runs in that 8th or 9th inning rally. So Ellis goes an inning and a third. Gives up 2 hits. All of those scored on the home run by Allen. He did not walk a batter. He faced 6. Struck out 2. So that's the book on Ellis. Score is now 5-4 Phillies. Bottom of the 8th. We've got 1 out. Wes Covington is the batter. Covington will stay in the game. Lefty versus lefty. Well, I say Covington stays in the game. He's going to be, center field is going to be taken over, or left field is going to be taken over by Gonzalez after this at bat. 2-6, which is a sharp single to right center field. So pinch hitter Covington comes through. He's a 1-8 runner, so he's not going to be the runner. He's at first base. Adolfo Phillips comes in to run. Phillips is a 1-17 runner. As I said, Tony Gonzalez is going to come on and play left field. So we'll announce him into the game here too, or put him on the paper here. If they, score a bunch of runs, we may not have to make these defensive changes. I'll put him in the cards here. Gonzalez. He is a 2 in left and a -1. Far superior left fielder than any of the other fields that are available to us. Ruben Amaro, the batter. 1 out, man on first base. Bill Henry is the pitcher. Infield's looking for a double play. 4-9 is the result, which is the fly ball left field B. We've got a 2, but not a bulk opportunity, so we're not even going to roll it. So 4-9. I should back up there. Anytime that, like with the home run by Rose or the home run by Allen, if there's not an opportunity for the bulk to occur, I don't roll the dice. If there had been an opportunity for the bulk, then the dice would have been rolled, but the 2 would remain for the roll for the player. So once rolled, always rolled for me, and then that's a deciding roll on the decision on the bulk. So fly to left, deep from Romaro. There are 2 out. Triandos is the batter. We got a lefty versus lefty again. He homered off Henry yesterday. Could he do it again and get some insurance runs here for the Phils? 5-4 is the score. 1-8. Heck no. Strike 3 swinging. Henry does the job. Gives up that leadoff single to Covington, but then slams the door. 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, a man left. 2 big runs in the bottom of the 8th for the Phillies. They are trying to avoid the swoon, and this would put them tied again in second place. Depending on what the Giants do, this could be a 3-way tie for first in the National League. Well, the Giants, it's already been decided. Let's see what happened here. We'll go back, and then we'll look at what happened on this day in baseball. So on Tuesday, September 22nd, 1964, where are my Giants? Giants win 7-1 over Houston. So Giants win. There won't be a leapfrog in the first place. The Cardinals won as well, 2-1 against the Mets. Simmons was the winner. So let's tidy up the score sheet here. We've got big doings here in the top of the 9th. Roebuck is on the mound. Harper is at the plate. Roebuck looking for a win now. If he can close out this game. He's got the 6th, 7th, and 8th hitters for the Reds due up. Harper, a right-hander, will not bat. He is platooned against right-handers, and he will be replaced by Marty Keough, excuse me. Marty Keough will come on to bat. Johnny Edwards is on deck. Cardenas is in the hole. So Marty Keough comes on. Pinch hit. That ends Harper's day. He was 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. Left field, he had a put-out. And we are underway. Top of the 9th. Balance of the game on line. Roebuck trying to close it out. Cincy away. Well, let's try that again. Left-hander versus left-hander. 1-4, which is a big strikeout for Roebuck to start the inning. 1-4 strikeout swinging of Marty Keough. Want to call him Matt? That's the pitcher for the A's. 1 down. Johnny Edwards, the batter. Power hitting, well, mildly power hitting. He is an end power. 6'5" is a 1-11 chance or a triple on Roebuck's card, so let's stay away from that. Johnny Edwards steps in, right-hander versus left-hander. The roll is 2-7, which is a fly ball right field B. Would have been a clutch single had there been a runner on second base and 2 out. We've got 2 up and 2 down. Leo Cardenas is due up. Let's see if we've got a better option off the bench. We'd like to have somebody that could put one in the seats here and tie this game. Cardenas could. In 64, he hit 9. And he is an end power, but 2-6 on his card with a 1 through 5. I don't think we have a good option for him here. See, Gordy Coleman. Gordy Coleman could do it, but then we leave a hole at shortstop. Coleman is on deck. He is pinch hitting for the pitcher, Henry. Cardenas will remain in the game, and he will bat. 2 out, nobody on. Top of the 8th or 9th, excuse me. Roebuck trying to close it out. The roll is 110, which is a fly ball right field. Callison camps. He makes the catch. The hometown Phillies go wild as the Phillies outlast the Reds 5-4. Line score for the Reds, 4 runs on 8 hits. They committed 1 error, 4-8-1 for the visiting Reds. And for the hometown Phillies, 5 runs, 2 coming in an 8th on 7 hits, and they committed no errors. 5-7-0 for the hometown Phillies. The winning pitcher is Roebuck. He went 1 2/3, faced 5, struck out 1 of those. He, pitcher of record, is the winner. The loss goes to Ellis, who gave up that 2-run homer to Allen, got in the first row. Henry's record or line is he faced 3, gave up a hit and a strikeout. Pitched 2/3 of an inning. So there you have it. Game 152. The Phillies end up on the top side. They are tied with the Reds in the National League. Giants win, so they stay a game ahead of the group, 2 games ahead of the group, because the Reds were just 1 game behind. Now they're 2 with a win and a loss. So exciting stuff happening here in Straterday Afternoon. Thanks for watching if you are. I appreciate your time, and thank you. Not sure how to shut this off, so bear with me here. Maybe it's the 3 dots.